Hi everyone, Callie here. Today we're going to be building and reviewing Set 60366, the Ski and Climbing Center. It's part of the LEGO City line and it comes with 1,045 pieces. It was launched on June 1st, 2023 and it retails for $119.99 here in the US. I wanted to pick up the set to be part of my winter village. It adds a little something different from the traditional LEGO Winter Village collection. It'll also look really nice next to my lunar ice skating rink that I got last year, and it's just fun to have something for your minifigures to do. The rear artwork shows that the set has a fully open back, which is fine because it will match the rest of the Winter Village sets. The interior is a little sparse, but it's got a little tool area there, a coffee shop area, a guy with a hockey stick. It's a fully modular set, which is something they've put in a lot of the city sets this year. It's got a nice elevator, and then the highlight for me is the rock climbing wall on the exterior. It's just something different and fun for minifigures to do. And talking of minifigures, we can see them all at the top of the box here. We've got everything from a snowman to a snowboarder, bike guy, skiers, and an owl and a squirrel. So let's crack this box open and get this build started. We've got 10 build stages and 1, 2, 3 books. So stage 1 is going to build the lower modular section, but first we put together a couple of minifigures. Got a snowboarder and a skier, and then we're just placing the exterior bricks and foundations that we need to create that module. We've got a nice area there with some greenery, and then here we make the little transparent blue area with the tools to go in the center, and that little bit above that brown section is actually going to be a cool little platform. Put that door in there, and then I forgot to show the stickers earlier, so there you go. There's a small sticker sheet. I really like those curved transparent blue parts for that balcony, and so by the time we're done, we've already got our first part here. You can see the tools and the greenery inside. You get a couple of backpacks for storage, so it's really kind of a basic interior, but it gives you all the functionality you really need. And as you can see, it's fully modularized and ready to go. Nice bright sticker element there, and my favorite part is definitely this this balcony area with the transparent blue curves. I haven't actually ever seen those before. The squirrel and those olive tree limb pieces are just fantastic. So this is a new part for me. I've never seen this before. I don't know if it's new for these city sets or just haven't been building sets that have had them, but it's kind of an interesting way to just kind of map out your interior. They're used throughout this build, and that's the size of each of the modular sections. So on to bag 2, we're just going to build up the next layer. Just like the last time, we're going to start with a couple of minifigures. This time we got the cool dude on his bike, and we got the paramedic kind of person. We got this kind of big entryway with a double wide door, and then we put the door in, and then we start to work on the transparent blue exterior windows with these curves. We've also got a couple of Technic blocks there, which will actually help pin the different things together. And then there's this little extra work here with the white parts to create like the design. I have to say, I really like the transparent blue curved sort of wall. I think it looks fantastic. It's such a brilliant way for design for the ski center, and I just like how they managed to make it, you know, look at like it's on a diagonal even though it's got curves. So there's the Technic pins there that we're going to use later to connect things together. And here we've got like the little like check-in area, the medical kit. It's pretty basic, but let's get on to bag 3. So first we're going to add some height to the top of that previous module. You can see that I've added some of those larger white cheese wedges and a few clips there. On the big back plate, we're adding white tile and transparent blue barriers. And at the bottom, we're adding just a little bit of brick, some tile, and then the 4 connector clips that we're going to need to mount that onto the module that we've already built. The surface is really smooth, and I really like how you've got that large slope element with this wedged almost, so it's a really nice surface for our minifigs to ski down. So now I just need to clip it into place. We got the 2 clips at the top, the 2 clips at the bottom, and then the 4 brackets on the bottom of our large plate. I just need to make sure I put it on the right way and can line it up. Apparently this is challenging for me, so bear with me. I will get there eventually. And now I'm very confused. Fear not, I finally figured it out, and into place it goes, and it is solid. The transparent blue elements all look really great when it's outlined with that black brick. It's now ready to be connected to that first module that we made, so those pins go right in that Technic brick. And now we've got most of the bottom layer of our ski center. It looks pretty good. Nice clean lines. So obviously it's basic, but I do like the slope. And that brings us to the end of book 1. On to book 2 and bag 4. We're going to start with building some of the groundwork, which will include the little capture area and the exterior kind of landscape. First of all, I think you saw there that I built the little tubing guy, which is pretty cool. Here it's just a lot of plate work to create that nice slope. Then I had some sticker work to do, which is not too bad. They were only on 4x1 bricks. I like to use the brick separator to do that. I don't know if you have a different technique. And then it was just adding in the transparent blue elements. So we've got the fun slope part at the bottom, which will catch all of our minifigures as they go down. We've got this nice exterior part. I do like the transparent blue section. This cute white door is just phenomenal to get in and out of the ski center. I do like the snowman. It's a nice little touch. It's nothing too crazy, but it's fun. And then I do like the little advertising sections around the back. It feels realistic. We've got a couple of hockey sticks there too, and I just wanted to try it. Is he gonna go down? He is. He gets caught in it. It works. Woo! Bag 5 is going to make the next module above it, and this is actually a really similar build. In fact, it's practically a carbon copy of one of the floors below, although this one is actually going to be the coffee shop area. But again, we get to use those transparent blue pieces to make the diagonal wall, and then these are the modules for the coffee shop, and it's also got those little clips in place that we needed to hold the slope. So at the end of bag 5, we have pretty much the outline of the next module. It's pretty much the same as the one we did before. Right there actually at the bottom with the same design and everything. But the key thing to point out is how cute this little coffee shop is. All of these elements are print. In fact, this is a print piece I've never seen before. Let me zoom in so you can see it a little better. And I've also never seen that silver cup, before, and it just looks amazing, and I love it. I just love these little details that you find in Lego. We are into sort of a more repetitive element of the build, so again, we're just going to build up the back of that particular module like we did before. And then the bottom part, once again, is covering that black plate with jumpers and slopes and tile, along with those transparent blue guards, and covering it with brick and the connectors. So it's exactly the same. It clips on there and sits on top of the previous module. And believe it or not, we're actually finished book 2. So we're already can see like the most of the ski center. You got the entire ski slope is already built. We've got the back of the module there, which is going to actually house the elevator. As we've seen before, we got the coffee shop area, the tool area, the kit. I'm moving it around. You can see it's a solid build. I can't really break it apart. And for fun, well, the little tuber has to go down and trust the slope. Woohoo! On to book 3, and we start to build the modules that will form the elevator and the climbing wall. So this build sort of starts off pretty much the same as the previous modules. We got a little bit of sticker work there to maybe like the elevator signs. We got some windows. We got a lot more of this lime green. I'm not so keen on the lime green, but I understand that it's vibrant and exciting. It's just not my choice. And then we've got those rock panels that form the outside of the climbing wall there. We put in a large screw to create the elevator, and now we're creating the sort of like the elevator shaft, if you will, the little part that the person will stand in that will go up and down. So here you can see we've got the rock panel. We got some snot work going on there. We've got the platform for the elevator, and then the internal workings of the elevator as well, which is a large screw that will actually just rotate up and down, and it will just go up and down that shaft. It's pretty neat. We got a couple of windows, and then the connector pins so that the modules will stick together and become a solid unit. On to the next bag, and it's just layering on top of this. So we got some plate work going on, a little brickwork at the edge there to create the exterior wall. adding more of that lime green as well. Again, sticker elements onto these panels just to mimic the elevator signs, windows. They also come with a small sticker element to show which floor you're on. On the exterior, again, is more of those pre-molded rock panels with a lot of snot work, which create texture, and of course places to put the climbing elements that we'll need later. I'm just going to keep going, not break between my speed build here, because it's exactly the same again, another layer of the same sort of work. Although this layer is a little more interesting because we do have an owl and the platform where the minifigures get off of the elevator and can get down the slope. The exterior here is just more of that rock work again, just to finish off the top of that wall. And I'm getting a little high, so hopefully you can still see okay. So we've got 3 layers very, very quickly that are all pretty much the same. The rock work is the most interesting part, although you can see there's a clear pattern to it. My favorite part probably though is this elevator. It's just a lot of these rods stuck together with Technic pins in between, and you just twirl it one direction or the other to go up and down. It's pretty neat. The interior is bland. There's nothing there. I'm gonna have to do it up myself later. To bring a little bit more life to this pretty boring build. But let's be honest, the owl is cute. I don't know why it's winking, but I'm all for it. We're already at the 10th and final bag of the build. So at the very top there, you could see me adding some transparent blue elements to create a nice fence once you come off the elevator so you don't fall off. And then we're adding in the last parts that we need for that elevator so that we've got a nice little area just to kind of spin it so we can go up and down. The last part of the build is to finish off the climbing wall, which includes some icicles and then all of the colorful grips for the climbers. Then adding in the colorful string to be able to get out of the tape, adding in the skis and snowboard, and just like that, it is done. Let's start the review by looking at the minifigures. You get 8 in the set, plus a snowman, and each one comes with great torso printing, but no leg printing, which is typical for a city set. Every minifigure has an accessory, usually a snow one, whether it be a snowboard, skis, or ski shoes. And all of the figures that have helmets also come with alternative hairpieces. There's a great variety of kids, workers, and adventurers. Time to test the main play feature of the set. Can the skier make it down and be caught at the bottom? Well, that was spectacular. Well, we know he's going to be okay because I've done this before. Fine. What about the snowboarder? And, oh, he crashed into him. You know what? That wasn't fair. I shouldn't have him at the bottom. Let's try him again. Oh, that was sad. All right, one more time. Come on. Nope, and he falls off the end. Right. What about the skier if I put her on the flat part? Oh, no. Well, let's be crazy and use the bike man to see how far he's going to go. Whee! Oh, he didn't even make it to the flat part. The elevator is a really cool feature of this set, and it does work well. It is very smooth, but it has flaws, and that is it's very narrow. And although she's going up no problem, you saw how her ski, if you don't get her quite right, she's going to hit the side of the building. And when you get her up top, you've got to spin her around because she can't actually stand in the normal way and get out, which, you know, is flawed, but fine. The elevator works. There are a few issues with the design, and here's one right below the elevator. I'm not sure what these 2 doors here are for. It just kind of opens up to the level, and I don't know. Maybe if you know, you can let me know in the comments. The other problem is, although it's connected at the bottom, the other layers aren't, and you can see you can sort of basically peel that apart. That's not great. This is for kids. This is for kids to play with. In the middle, it's not too bad, but it does come apart a little bit, and with a rough play, you can totally see that will fall apart. Here's a close-up of that middle section. I just don't like that joint. It's uneven, it's not pretty. Lego could do better. Kids are going to love the play features, but are adults going to actually like looking at this set? And I think the answer is probably yes. Let me fix him real quick. Or not. The lime green isn't great, but things like those little touches of the snow on the olive tree limbs and the snowman and the transparent blue, it really pops. And this rock climbing wall really does look better in person than it did on the box, which I'm very impressed by. It does have one more play feature, actually. You can tighten this up, and if you pull it really hard, he will pop off. The interior of the set is sparse. There's not a lot going on, but there is things like the printed pieces for the coffee bar, and those really good fur and leaf elements that we saw in the Rivendell set. Overall, kids are going to love it, and I think adults will love it too, because it is just something a little bit interesting, especially if you're going to put it in your winter village like I am. I hope you enjoyed this build and review of the Ski and Climbing Center. I know I love building it, and it was a lot of fun to play with too. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe so you can see it placed in my winter village. Thanks for watching. Take care.